Merrimack TV content may no longer be available on YouTube. To continue watching our programs, please download the Merrimack TV app from your device's app store. Programs may also be available at merrimacktv.com.
Our microphone's set. Welcome everyone to the June 17th, 2025 edition of the Library Board of Trustees. We'll start with the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Great, thank you. So we'll begin with old business, the May action items. There were several. Jen Stover was here in place for Yvette's time away, so Jen Stover was going to follow up with Crown Trophy. I believe that happened. And then there was a database canopy 3M overdrive action item, as well as encumbering $4,000 for elevator contract maintenance, which I imagine we'll connect on a little bit here. Janet was moving money between specials and fines.
I actually
Aaron
moved the money.
moved the money,
Yeah,
thank you.
with supervision, and it all worked out.
Okay. I believe we have some further information on the coin sorter back from Jen Stover and the business card purchase order as well. And then there was an action item for the DCU accounts for Aaron and myself, which is set at this point.
Yep.
So thank you all for those action items. The next piece is the SMP as a placeholder, as we know. And then the next point is strategic plan. Any updates with strategic plan the last several weeks?
No, but I'll be sitting with the department heads and starting to look at it this summer.
Okay. You have everything you need, do you think?
Yeah.
To go
Yeah.
with those conversations. Okay. Okay, then that brings us to new business, and we will start with the 24-25 budget, our current fiscal year, general ledger invoices, POs, and spending report. I know there's been some questions back and forth, so I don't know if we are clearer on the general ledger at this point, or still have outstanding questions.
I want to clarify something on the general ledger, the second one that we got. There were 3 extra lines at the bottom that I went through this past year's fiscal year general ledgers, and this was the first time they were there. So I want to clarify what they are. They are the 38 lines that correspond to how the town tracks our special funds, mm-hmm. being like we put in the 17,000, and this is how they, when we submit our profit and loss expenses, this is how they put it in. But there's, it doesn't show up correctly. We have the minus 17.2, and then the add 11.5. They're not in the right accounts. They're not the right numbers. Going forward, I could see this being a potential problem at the end of our fiscal year with how they decide how to allocate our money. So that is a point of concern for me.
Could you reference those lines again?
Sure, it's in the general ledger.
Yep.
It's the last 3.
38.
It's the last 3.
Those
So
the last 3.
yeah,
Okay.
the office supplies, the library
Thank you.
programs that
Yeah.
they're
Okay.
And they also changed the total of the general ledger budget
Yeah.
from what it's been for the rest of the year. So,
Right, yeah, that would happen too.
so that
That's-
makes me feel like
It's
the money is in twice
these,
and comes out once.
right, right.
Yes.
So it's just it's an issue just to watch, talk to, figure out.
Right. And I didn't know if it was something that the finance committee should sign up a meeting with Paul Calabria before the end of the fiscal year to just make sure we don't have a repeat, and that there's not confusion, because this makes me concerned that there's 11.5 that's twice.
All of a sudden.
Yes.
Can I just say, you've seen this before? I've printed it, I have. Because last year, that's when you were starting to say, what is this line 38 on the general ledger? So
Correct.
you've seen it before.
Not these lines, because I went through all this past year's general ledgers that the trustees got. You may have seen them, but we didn't see it.
Well, I
So-
print them out for you.
No,
So
no, no, because I can show you right now, because I still have them
I
up.
don't need you to show me.
But-
My point is, this is how that conversation started this time last year.
Correct.
So it's something that the board has brought to their attention.
Correct.
And it's not resolved, because even when I talk to my staff about it, we know that when we pay a trustee item, it's never deducted from here, because they don't see it.
Correct.
They never see it.
It's-
So,
And the way we had it set up before those 3 lines existed, which are new this month, was perfect, because our full budget of everything we've planned is at the top. And then that special line 38 at the bottom is in parentheses because it's a negative. So the whole budget for the library is here, and then that negative $17,000 is us saying, hey, this is what we're paying out of our money.
right.
So nothing else should ever be on here that we've paid with our money, because that negative 17 accounts for everything.
Well, they never see your invoices.
So, but why is that here?
They do.
I don't, well,
They do.
we send it to the vendor. We pay
No,
the
th-
checks, send it to the vendor, so they don't see.
They do. At the end of this fiscal year, I sent, Aaron will send this year, we send them all of our invoice, all of our profit and loss statements that show where that 17.2 goes
That's
from.
different. I'm talking about the actual, we send
but-
all their invoices to them.
True.
That's what I'm talking about,
But
is
they're
the
paying.
actual
But,
papers.
but they take that information and they plug in all the into all the different lines that say, okay, this was programs, this was materials, this was seasonal decor, whatever. They plug it into all the different lines.
Yeah, it's still, this is like a repeat of last year.
It is.
Correct.
And that's what I
Except-
think they're setting us up for.
And that's,
I
and that's,
don't, that's why
Because-
those extra lines on the bottom, they shouldn't be there.
I know.
And they haven't been there all year in all the general ledgers. Because I went back today, because I was like, that's weird. They shouldn't be in a 38 shouldn't exist. Only that one 38 subtraction should exist. So why they have magically reappeared
I
again
don't know.
is the problem. And so that's why I think having us sit down and say, hey, we have concerns about this. Where did these lines come from? All of a sudden. With Paul, because somebody had to add them.
they're in our budget. In our budget, we show where all of our money is going.
But they're
And-
in the lines already.
Correct.
As the
But
17.
not, but in the 38 lines, these are the 38 lines that should show, like under materials, we're supposed to have 8.6K under materials, and it should be a negative. So instead of doing the positive 500, positive 55, positive 55, they should have gotten rid of the trust fund interest
And replaced it.
with all of our
those.
numbers in the correct accounts.
It has to be one or the other. It can't be
Exactly.
both. Yep.
So.
You can show it one way or the other way, but you can't show it both ways because now the money's there twice.
Exactly. So then when if they keep it this way, if we give them our profit and loss statements, they're going to deduct it. Totally understand that because it's a positive. So now they're going to say it's negative, but then it's still, we have the negative 17.2. So we're going to get charged twice.
We're going to get charged twice.
So.
I feel an action item brewing. So, Finance Committee to connect with Paul Calabria, is that the
Sure.
action item specifically, I guess, around the appearance and repeat of, maybe some of what we were seeing end of last fiscal year as well?
Specifically related to these same items?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and how they're
It's just
shown.
clarification so
Yeah.
that we understand, like, why don't the numbers match up? Why are they positive?
Right.
Making sure that we're not charged twice.
And I didn't have enough time to pull our budget from last year, like the big spreadsheet, and match up
I
every
did.
line. Did you? Okay. Because that's the one that I wanted to make sure it wasn't, the lines weren't deducted at the top and then added back in again. I assume they were the same on the top as they've been.
Yeah,
Okay.
all of you mean like, sorry, one second.
So you can use the mouse.
Oh, that'll work. All right. Like the general ledger budget, that number?
Yeah, like the items on the top, like office supplies, if it wasn't subtracted from the regular office supplies line and then put down here,
Oh, no, it's not.
it's not.
It's
So it's
not.
the original office supplies number.
Yes.
Okay.
Which is why I don't understand why it's a positive. Because, like, when we talk to Yvette and staff and say, okay, like, the program line has $7,500, but the town only put in 2, and we have the 5,500,
Mhm.
it shows the total.
The total.
But in reality, they only need to charge, like, the 2,000 to the town, and the
Right.
rest goes to,
Yep.
that we pay for. So, but that's not what it shows on the general ledger.
Gotcha.
So,
Yep.
which is, sometimes can be a problem between, like, materials. Materials is a big one because we have over $8,000 that goes into materials. It's our money or trust money.
Right.
And when you look at it, sometimes it'll say, like, the percentage is, let's say, 50%. Well, subtract $8,000 in reality.
And that's what it really is.
Yeah.
Yes.
So it's wonky that way. It would be better if they subtracted it, and if they wanted to put this as a positive down at the bottom, but then subtract it from the top.
Subtracted from the top.
But they don't.
Yeah.
So,
Are there other general ledger questions aside from that in particular? Hearing none?
no, I'm good.
Okay. Then anything on the invoice, open PO? No? Okay.
That was the only thing I had.
Okay. And then the next new business item is the year-end expenditures, which I think we got a recent
Yep.
updated file
Right.
this afternoon.
Right. So we're waiting to hear from Paul as well. So that, usually at the end of the year, this time, the trustees will encumber what's left. And I don't have a number for you. I know after the May meeting, Jen acted on, in terms of her action item, she took care of everything on that year-end expenditure list. And the new one are some other things that have come up. The cover letter that I emailed to you, or my text, was the information from Kaylee where the number we're not sure about is if we have $103,580 left to encumber or $23,610 left to encumber. This is a big difference in the two numbers, so we're thinking it might be, the difference is the 87.5 from last year. That was supposed to be put back into the budget.
Hold on, let me get to the right. The 87.5 actually doesn't exist anymore. It's, we had closed it back in, I don't know, November. And it's now the 69,000 that's in the general ledger.
Sure, but it's, I have not, we're waiting to hear from Paul so that he can tell us what is this and how much do we have left? Or am I going to ask you to encumber $100,000 or $23,000? That's our question.
I guess I'm misunderstanding the question because as it stands right now, unless there's something, like if we don't touch any of your of the list that you sent this afternoon,
Mm-hmm.
whatever's left would be encumbered. So
Right, but I don't know the number.
I thought it was supposed to be closer to 130,000.
Well, she's saying it could be 103 or 23 or $23,000. So we're waiting for Paul to return our call as well. So I can suggest, since I don't have an actual number for you to vote on, which is terrible, and this is not usually how it is, if you can, approve the updated year-end expenditure list for these projects, there might be a couple of other things because we're just approving projects as we go. Kaylee was off today, and I just approved the fire. There's a fire alarm, a sensor that has to be fixed in the ceiling, and that's like $2,000. I just created a PO for that didn't get in the packet, but it's either, I think, regardless, it goes in the building line. We've already put some aside for programs. We already have POs for materials, so I think anything left, if we're following what we've done in previous years, would go to the building, but I don't know how much that's going to be until I meet with him and get a number.
So the items on the year-end list would be covered regardless?
Yeah. Yes, because
Just
what we
to
would
be
have
sure.
left is either $100,000 or $23,000.
After that
Yes,
identified year-end
yes.
money is spent.
Yes.
I guess I don't follow that. I took your that PDF
Mhm.
of expenditures and basically just took out everything that isn't already paid for, essentially anything that wasn't green, because everything that's green has been paid for. And that comes to almost $41,000. And just doing a rough calculation of what's left in the budget, knowing there's another month and knowing that it goes another 2 weeks into July, there's still should be over $100,000 left.
My quick question, the yellow things that are in this new
Mhm,
list, the end of year wish list,
Mhm.
those are what didn't exist last time?
Yes, those are new. The yellow is new.
So you want to encumber a PO for $87,000 for the chiller?
We already have it.
I want to make sure we have it.
It's in the,
I didn't color them, so I'm going off of what you told me, but, we know that that's there. But I don't, she's going off the old one. And now we have the new one. The new ones that I told her to add are the tile floor, postage, programs, canvas bags, air purifiers, I think Jen told you about last month. And then we have a new one for Dick Lambert. The tile floor is here. I have a new one that I put in today that you haven't seen for the fire alarm in the ceiling, the smoke detector. So it's small, it's smaller money. But anything after that would go to the buildings.
having just looked at the PO list, the chiller is there. It's actually not under chiller though. It's actually it's under the roofing, North Boston, for the 69.
Those are two different projects though.
Yes, but we closed the chiller PO and we moved it.
But we would need a PO for the chiller project.
Yes, but that 69 is essentially just a placeholder for money. We closed it.
Okay, but we have to reserve money for the project.
Correct.
Okay.
But we can always, because
No, to move from this year to next year, we have to hold the money somewhere in something.
correct.
Okay.
But correct. Going forward, you're right. Whatever remains is you just put it into some PO and
Right, yeah.
hold it. Yes. You could. I actually have another question. That's kind of on an aside. The office supplies invoice, that wasn't on last month's list.
Which thing are you looking at?
It's just office supplies
So,
for the $3,000.
yep, yep.
Can you explain what it is? Because it wasn't on last month's, we need to vote on it and approve it.
That is a lot. It's a lot of ink, cartridges, binders, let me think. Jenny asked for some things that fall under office supplies, to keep things organized. I don't have the invoice with me, but it's a lot of that.
Okay,
A lot of cartridges. We really tried to
that's good.
do we usually do a year-end purchase of cartridges because they're very expensive.
I'd like to make a motion to accept or to approve the office supply purchase for $3,056.35 for year-end expenditures.
Second.
All in favor? 500.
And that's fine.
So with pulling that one out of the bigger spreadsheet, because I believe the ask really is approving, I guess, what we hadn't previously from this spreadsheet.
So I did that. So I pulled out
Okay.
basically everything that was yellow, or, well, everything that was orange, yellow, except for that chiller one.
Yeah,
I didn't
okay.
use that one.
Okay.
And all right, I have a problem with some of these, and it's just me, I know, but programs for the 3,000, we had money in the budget for programs, and it didn't get used. So adding more money to programs, we gave you money and you didn't use it. So, or even asked us if you wanted to have some money. So now that one, I don't see a need for. And then, I guess that was the only one.
I have a new department head
I understand.
who says I can use $1,000 in teen and I can use $1,000 in children's.
But it was there in the budget.
I'm telling you, I have a new department head who asked me. So we can put $3,000 in the building line, and then you'll have a lot of money in the building line, or I can pull out a couple of things and say, sure.
But in reality, it's all the same pot of money.
Did the department heads feel like they needed additional?
Yes.
Like they would use the entirety of the line item in the budget and then some more?
Yes, because they're going to the Friends now.
They
They are asking the Friends for program money. So I said, well, we have these $100,000 to encumber, so why not put it on this list? It seems kind of silly to go ask the Friends if they have $40,000 and there's $100,000. I mean, this is insane. So,
Except there was money in the budget that they didn't use.
I have a new department head who is going to use everything.
My other issue, or my other comment that I wanted to propose is I think we should return the health insurance and dental insurance excess. Because of how the town has to maximize that dollar amount when we do the budget in November, and we have to account for all the full-time employees that some don't take the insurance. There's extra money under health and dental insurance that I think we should essentially return.
Is there, I'm trying to see that on the lines here.
Yeah, there's like $58,000 for health insurance. It shows
I
right
see
now
it.
the dental is.
Found it.
Yeah.
Which would overall impact how much we had remaining,
Correct.
if that's a decision point. Just to back up half a second, I don't personally see a challenge with the money going into programs, knowing that there's a plan, and if we have additional details in the future about how that all played out, I don't think that's an unreasonable ask, assuming that we have dollars to do that with. And then I do think it's, I think that'd be helpful. I think the town is also on a default budget, and just like us, so I would think that's a reasonable action item as well.
Are you looking at the almost 58,000 for health and almost 5,000 for dental?
At least off of this spreadsheet, it was actually higher in the total in the whole fiscal year general ledger than it was in the just May. So I can't actually tell you what I mean, like the health insurance was like a difference of $10,000. So when it was just May, it was like 47, but this year it says 57. So I'm not sure.
So approximately 50,000.
I don't know. I mean,
Okay, I'm not even
I think it would just end up being
The remainder.
the remainder.
Remainder.
Exactly.
got you. Okay, good.
So, do we need bigger picture information, I guess, on the overall numbers, before we can complete additional action items, or, I guess I'm a little bit confused if there are still pending things we haven't approved from the
No.
year-end
I
list?
think you
No.
can, without hard numbers, because as an example, again, with the health insurance and dental, you don't have a hard number. But Janet can make a motion, and then you can have a second, discuss it more, and then the motion can be to return the balance, once the fiscal year is closed, to return the balance of these two lines to the town. And then we can send those minutes over to Paul, and he'll know what that is, based on that direction, I think.
What?
Would you like to make a motion, or would I like to make a motion? Either way is fine with me.
I can make a motion. I'd like to make a motion to return the balance of the health insurance and dental insurance to the town.
Second.
Any other discussion?
This is once the year ends?
Correct.
Okay.
You can say no.
Right.
Yeah. And I say that because it's coming from me. So if you don't agree with it, you can say no.
I can't have a discussion with you because I'm not a board member, but I can inform you that this has never happened before in the board. We've never returned money to the town, I don't believe. So someone can state that, so it's in the minutes.
Yes. It hasn't been done before.
This is a
with us.
historic moment.
But
I
it's
agree with you,
for
the way
good or
they
ill.
have to budget for health and dental insurance, they have to budget for the maximum that they're given for the year before, and then the actual rate doesn't get set till they're already there. So I totally see the logic behind it.
I can also say that this is unprecedented for us, but it's not unprecedented for other towns. I've seen it in Hollis and in Brookline, that they return that money.
I also think that what we were asked to decrease our budget for this year, for the next fiscal year, based on default, was very reasonable, what we were asked to take out of our budget. So I think it would be a good gesture to the town to
Right.
Give back.
I think it can also be understood that we have excess because we had so many staff changes this year. So yes, we have a lot of extra money. It's not always that way. There are times that, like, when it's fully staffed and everybody's there and things get spent, I mean, if there's $5,000, it's like, yes. So
Right.
we just happen to have
Maybe
excess
not
this
a
time.
normal year
Right.
for us
So-
either, yeah.
So I say that this year, because of the situation we're in, I propose it, but not necessarily always. To just reserve the right that it's a vote always going forward.
Mhm.
Can I also recommend for the minutes, if you could capture the reason? Because this is a really valuable discussion, and when you look back at the minutes, certainly when I look back at the minutes,
Yeah.
I'm going to want to know
Sure.
that this was the discussion, that, the way the process works is that, you are budgeting for the gross maximum rate, that the board for Health Trust doesn't meet until March, we don't
Yeah.
get the actual numbers until then, and that this would be that surplus to maybe offset it, or however
Yeah.
you want to put it. But I think that would really help this
Sure.
time next year when you're looking at the minutes.
Exactly.
We're not going to remember.
No.
So, and we're not going to want to go through the videos, because I won't want to go
Yeah,
through
exactly.
the videos, but
Yeah, you would.
well, you would. But then it's like, that makes it so much easier when we look back.
Yep.
And I think it's very valid. That's a valid reason.
Any further discussion? All in favor of moving the surplus dollars back to the town at the end of the fiscal year for health and dental? 5-0-0. Thank you. That's great. Okay, where are we now? So is that everything for year-end expenditures? Everything that you?
I mean, we're requesting this, and then it's whatever is left after this, which it could be 100, or it could be something else.
Yeah.
Some direction about where, which I'm assuming is going to be the building line, to cross it over into the next fiscal year. And we could deal with the details of how that's going to break out when projects come up, when they happen.
My only other comment about it is I don't know how to say save, but if for some whatever reason, when all the money comes out at the end, if there's an issue that we've actually, between returning money and going through everything, I don't think we're going to be overspent, but if we were, exactly, I would hold the, which one was it? The tile, because it's just we already have money in the building line, or we have extra in the building line right now. And we would be able to just pay for it.
Well, we could, once we bring it over.
Well, that's what I mean, like, if for some reason there's, you're right, I mean, I just know there's extra money.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of all lots of separate things going into building.
Yeah.
And if we end up not doing the Atkinson project, which I think we should, but, it could still be released and put into a
Yeah.
building line. So it's still a lot of things in the building line, because there are a lot of projects.
Yeah.
So the timing of that, just so that I understand, does that decision/vote need to happen ahead of the end of the fiscal year?
What do you mean?
Once we have a dollar amount and we create a PO to encumber remaining fiscal
Right now,
year?
we can approve, like, we approved the office supplies, and then the $13,005 for the air purifiers we can add, and then the $2,000 for Dick Lambert, the T-shirt, the staff paraphernalia is already coming out of a line, and then essentially there's only a couple more. All of that can go, we can just approve it, they can do it,
Mhm.
and actually I would do all of it except the chiller line, because I would save what the balance is for the
Mhm.
chiller, to say that's what you're doing for the chiller. instead of saying 87.5,
Okay,
I would just do this.
Whatever's left.
Okay.
Whatever's left.
that's fine.
As
goes
there.
it's
Because
just-
it's gonna end up in the building
Yeah,
anyway.
Exactly.
And it's gonna end up going to that project. anyway.
Right.
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 It's-
So right now,
Fine.
we already have
Yep.
the roofing one for the 69.
Yep,
You'll
yep.
create the one for the tile for close to 19, and then
Yep.
the remainder
Okay,
will just go to chiller.
Do we need to vote on that?
Yes. So I'll make a motion to accept all, what is it, the end of year expenditures as is. Where the balance goes to the chiller replacement PO,
The remaining balance.
the remaining balance.
I'll second that. Thank you for doing it.
Any other discussion?
Actually, just because I saw it, the canvas bags,
yep.
got a ballpark,
Oh, yeah, I just got that today.
1,000?
$200.
Oh,
Very small. You know, it's like 100 bags. They say, I read 1,000 books before kindergarten at Merrimack logo. One color, canvas, cute.
yeah, just,
Um,
it's not even an issue
They'll last for 2
in
years.
the noise. Yeah,
Yeah, it's small. It's $200 maybe. A couple hundred.
okay. So, yeah,
Okay. All in favor of the motion on the year-end expenditures? 500.
did you second? Or did
She
you
did.
second?
I did.
Okay.
Yeah.
So can I just, I'm sorry, clarify with the minutes? So Donna, we need to send these minutes to Paul. So that could be me, you, Molly. But, so the minutes need to have the vote so that it's clear for him about how the money is going to be brought over to the next fiscal year.
Okay. So whatever's left is gonna go to the chiller project in the building line item?
Okay.
Yeah, that's great. And you'll create all the POs
Oh, yeah.
before the end of the fiscal year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, as soon, tomorrow,
Yeah,
yeah, well, I mean, not tomorrow probably because I don't have that number, but
I understand.
the instruction goes to him and he'll create the last.
No,
probably the
that's not what
last
I
one.
mean, like the tile.
Oh, yeah, all
that-
the named
All
ones.
the little ones, yeah.
Yeah, yep, I can do that tomorrow.
Yeah, that'll be good.
Okay, good, yeah, and then I'll just kind of clear it out,
Yeah, that's good.
yeah.
I can send you Paul's email address. Is that helpful?
Yeah. Do you want me to send the minutes, the full minutes to him, or just the part?
I would send the full.
You can send the full minutes, when I send it, I just highlight it so it's easy to find.
Okay.
Okay. Great. Then we are on the building project. No, we're not? We
No,
are?
I just read a note and I was like, oh.
I think we are. On the building maintenance project list. Any comments, questions? Anything, Yvette, from your perspective you want to point out there?
No, just that the toilet flooded again. It was averted, a crisis was averted. But it's something that once Public Works purchases a camera, we need to really get in there and see what is happening in the pipe. We also I approved for them to change out the current toilet paper dispenser, there's like a double dispenser that you just spin. So Jen found one where it's like, it cuts it off to kind of slow down handfuls of toilet paper going into the toilet. So very small expense, just an ongoing problem.
Yeah.
You know, Jared was in the building, so he had he has like a mechanical snake and was snaking drains again, but it was ongoing problem.
Yeah, and if we need, if we can't wait for Public Works,
Mm.
we can always hire someone to
Well,
to do it.
Yeah, I know, we discussed that, and I said, well, let's, it's 2 months out, let's
Okay.
see if we
Yeah,
can
if
get
it's
on
only
a-
2
on a
months out,
list.
that's, yeah.
I know we have $100,000 we could buy a camera for, but why would we buy, or, we could go see if someone is doing this kind of service. But
Yeah,
it's-
there are people that camera sewers, so, yeah, we can do it if we need to, but if Public Works is only 2 months out on a camera, we might as well.
Yeah, we'll see how urgent, of course, we think our project is urgent, but there's many urgent things, so we'll find out.
Yeah, and I feel like we have some action steps in the interim
Yeah.
as well, so keep us
Yeah, but
posted.
it's still annoying.
Yeah.
Well, you have
It's beyond
Yeah, no, I
annoying.
have no idea.
You
But
can't
I just-
imagine how annoying it is, so annoying.
Yeah.
That, it's just not something that you expect to have to go through weekly. I mean,
Right.
and you've already made steps to help or to
Yep.
hinder, whichever way you want to say it.
Yes.
And it's
Make it better.
prevent, good word.
Thwart people.
That works too. But yet it still happens.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, so that brings us to policy review, of which I believe the staff policy manual is the bulk of the task
Right.
that you sent along this month. 44 pages, right?
Yeah.
Of documents. I don't know to what extent folks had a chance to go through.
I assume you'll read it and schedule to discuss it in
I-
2 months.
That's a good idea.
I read
Good.
it.
I read it and I was like, wow,
I
there's a lot of
did.
information
Yeah,
here.
It's good stuff.
I will read it again because on first pass, you're like, well, maybe it's coming later. Kind of thoughts and just to connect on that. My other thought too is that it might be helpful for the personnel committee to do a little bit of a deeper dive if the board is okay with that, and then bring whatever edits we have, back this direction once we can kind of get through a layer. Obviously, at any time, anyone could send along thoughts or comments.
I'd like to plant a seed about the substance abuse piece with alcohol and drug use with staff, and how that aligns, and it's just a seed. I'm interested in your thoughts about it once you have a chance to think about it, is how it sort of fits into mental health and medical issues, and whether or not somebody would be dismissed outright because of alcohol or drug use.
I can tell you our procedure now.
I read it. I read the whole policy.
Okay, because I've dealt with that as a director here.
Sure, I understand.
And
a seed.
it's a personnel improvement plan. Time away from the job to treatment, counseling, whatever is,
Good.
everything is very confidential. So, no, it's not a flat out termination.
Good.
Absolutely not.
Yeah, there's a lot of
Yeah,
content.
I'll go back and reread
you know.
it, but it didn't strike me as that. But
Yeah, it's
Good.
not. That's not how we do.
Um,
So you want the?
Well, that's, if the group is willing, I guess. I think we could do some of the clarifications within the personnel committee. If the group would rather do it as the full board during our monthly board meetings, we could do that instead.
I think it'd be great if the personnel committee wanted to take that on.
I agree.
I mean, I'm
And then if
happy
you have,
to.
if you have issues and then you want to bring back
Something
issues
for
or
further
something in front of the full
discussion.
board, I think that's,
Yeah.
Agreed.
that would be great. Because, I mean, I definitely,
It's a
I
big-
haven't read it yet, did not get there this week.
That's fine.
But I definitely will read it. But yes.
I mean, I think it's, the content there is extensive and incredibly necessary in order for, like, the wheel to turn, you know? I don't know how else to say it, I guess, but in order for business to happen, in terms of how staff, operate. So, when we talk about personnel committee, maybe we'll chat more about, like, exactly when we can get together to connect on that.
But if we have questions, we can just send them to you.
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, if you want to highlight in the document or however, I can compile some of that and review. Okay, so next on the agenda is grants, and I believe this is at this point a placeholder. Last month we talked about not having an identified need to search for grants. My question for the group is, do we want to leave it on the agenda month after month, or do we want to bring it back at such point that it applies? I don't know. I just would prefer to
Not see it.
Clean it up, yeah.
Yeah. But if people feel attached to having it there, it's not really harmful, of course.
I'd leave it, because there are times that the staff will get like a humanities grant, like the New Hampshire, isn't it humanities? Like the New Hampshire
Yeah,
for a program,
yeah.
so.
For program attendance or?
No, like this, it's the New Hampshire HS.
No, it's New Hampshire Humanities.
Oh, okay.
You're right.
There are times that they'll put in for it and they get
Mhm.
it, and
Okay, so we would
And-
just loop it into our
Well,
business there?
Can I make a suggestion? I mean, it's in my director's report as a placeholder too.
Oh, okay.
So, but I think this was on the agenda because it was a previous trustee that was the point person for
Right.
searching for grants. So it could be removed on the trustee level and stay in the director's level.
That's a good point.
Okay.
That
I'd be
works.
okay
Okay.
with
That
that.
makes
Because then
sense.
I will
Yeah.
see it
yeah,
and I will remember it.
and
Okay.
your staff are the one who are doing it. So.
Right.
Okay.
Okay.
And then the next item is the town approved default budget for 25-26 fiscal year. Any updates to share?
There was something, I don't think it was mentioned in May, but I mentioned it to you, where you had said, Janet, the totals that the trustees voted on and what was published from the town are different. And in Paul's department head meeting, he had it up on the screen, and I said, I need to know those numbers. It's because how the town calculates the staff peripherals is different than how you were calculating them.
Yeah.
So the one that's published on the town website is the one
Yep.
with their formulas. That's the only difference.
Yeah.
So just so you know, I mean, that was the clarification.
So, because I wanted to see where the problems or the differences were, if by putting hours back into each of the individuals in CERC, it essentially, the only thing it did is affect the hours under the substitute line.
Yeah,
So it decreased it.
I know.
Okay.
What was the item again? The town clarified that, how they calculate.
Oh, the peripherals?
Peripheral?
So it's, all the little benefits.
Okay.
Okay, yeah.
Actually, That's true, but those little benefits, like the workman's comp and social security, all those little numbers were off because the hours under CERC weren't what we submitted. So their numbers for the hours weren't what we submitted. So then the total under CERC.
Oh, she calculated, because okay. Now I know what you're saying. So the subline in circulation, they calculate Saturday hours separate from the hours that you might see listed on someone's PAR. But that's what she had submitted. But then she recalculated it so it's more accurate to include when a part-time circulation person is working their Saturdays, which is like a percentage. So that's, but we're pulling it from the subline. So
Right.
it works out,
Yeah.
but it just makes one look higher and the other one look different. And it's just how it's being calculated right now. And it's the only department, I've said this
Yeah.
every time, it's the only department that does it this way, and it wasn't how I did it when I was ahead 100 years ago, but it works for them. It works for them.
Is there anything you'd like me to document about this? It seems like it was just sort of a clarifying
I think just
thing.
that, I'm hoping I'm answering the question that you had like 2 months ago.
I think so. Well, when Jen was here, how did we start? I think you brought it up, that the totals didn't match.
Yep, the totals
And-
didn't match.
And so I just figured out where they were, and everything else matched except under the, what is it? 8104. And it was because we submitted, so Alyssa had added all the circ hours
Mhm.
into each of the individuals.
Mhm.
And so I was like, okay, I can do that. And I did that, and then essentially bumped up substitute line. Those numbers didn't get transposed to the
Mhm.
town.
Right.
Mhm.
So the numbers that account for all of those Saturdays
Mhm.
are in the subline.
Right.
Right.
But it didn't take into account the extra subline,
Mhm.
extra hours that I had added. So then the total is a little lower. So then it just fell through with, like I said, Social Security, all those peripherals. So I think maybe next year going forward, it's something we should highlight.
Yeah.
And,
Oh, we talked about that, yeah.
yeah,
Yeah, definitely.
So-
It'll make it a lot easier,
yeah.
so. Mhm.
The next budget will be here before we know it.
Yes, it will.
Okay.
It's just barely summer.
All right, we won't mention it. Never mind.
So for the budget item, is there anything you want me to document? That the peripheral benefits, that there's a calculation difference? Do you want me to clarify it? It sounds like it was kind of clarified last month. I'm not sure what the clarification
I think we
is.
have it set from how it sounds.
It's it
I think it said.
appears to be.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Okay, on to director report.
Okay. There's a couple of gifts to accept.
Great.
We received a check in the amount of $500 from the Merrimack Lions Club to be used for snacks for the caring cupboard.
That is amazing. And thank you to the Merrimack Lions Club. I'll make a motion to accept the $500 donation from the Lions Club for the caring cupboard.
Second.
All in favor? 500.
And the Friends of the Library donated $500 towards adult summer reading prizes, $300 towards staff summer reading prizes, and $500 towards adult take and make project bags.
That is also amazing. And thanks to the friends, I will make a motion to accept $500 for adult summer reading, $300 for staff prizes, and $500 for adult take and make bags.
Second.
All in favor? 500.
And this is a last-minute addition. We received a book, an adult novel called Ripples in the Nile by the author, donated by the author. The author's real name is Paul Aiello, and the pen name that they read under is Paul August, and we'd like to add this to our adult fiction collection.
I will make a motion to accept the book Ripples in the Nile by author Paul Aiello.
Second.
And all in favor? 500.
Okay. Moving down to personnel, I received a letter of resignation from Kylie Wagner. Molly has already signed the PAR, but you should vote to officially accept her resignation.
I will motion to accept resignation from Kylie Wagner effective
Tomorrow. It's our last day.
June 18th, 2025.
I'll second with regrets.
And all in favor of the motion? 500.
Thank you to Jen Stover, who managed the library beautifully in my absence. I know she got a lot of stuff done. So thank you to Jen.
Agree. Thank you.
Just a reminder, the Friends are having their book sale this weekend. It's always nice to have the trustees show up and kind of meet the people. If you don't have a name tag, I can get you a name tag so you can wear it while you're at the book sale. But they have their public sale is Saturday from 9 to 2, and then the members-only pre-sale is Friday. It's followed by their annual meeting, which is at 5:15, and then that sale is going to go until 7. The library will be closed otherwise. So if you are able to help or want to stop by, great. We are going to be at the Hot Dogs for ALZ. I think I sent you an email yesterday or today about that. So if you're able, I've heard from some of you, if anyone else wants to let me know if you're available to come by that day and help.
I know. I was like, I saw it and I was like, oh yeah, and then I was like, oh, I can't. I leave that day.
That's breaking tradition.
I know. And the thing is, I like going to that. So I saw it today because I was like, oh, what's the date? What's the date? And then I was like, does that say July or June? And I had to look it up.
Shoot,
Yeah.
that's too bad.
I know. I like going to that.
That's too bad. It's a great day, and everyone comes out for it. And
It is such a great day.
It is really a great day.
It is amazing the number of people that just come.
Yeah.
They just come.
Yeah.
My kids would be very sad if we ever missed it. It's one
Yeah.
of their favorite start of the summer activities.
Sure.
Yeah.
So yeah,
It really
and when
is.
I gave you about my time,
Yeah,
I was like,
yeah.
hey, I just need to be able to bring my kids for lunch. That's like the main focus.
The requirement.
They'll be mad. And I love that the town
That's
departments, even
Oh, no, that's-
Public Works and
yeah.
MVD. I know Ron pays for the whole crew to have lunch that day, and I love that everybody just comes together.
Yeah.
And I did hear that this may be the last
It
one,
may be the last year.
which is very sad.
Oh.
The gentleman who runs it.
Bob
is
Bergen is looking for
retiring.
someone else to run it. He's done it. This is the 10th year.
Wow.
So yeah, it's very sad.
Now you can't leave, and you have to go.
I know. You know what? I was just thinking that. I literally was like, can I postpone it one day? I'm like, let's make that.
No,
I
that's
literally
silly.
just thought that.
I was interviewed by Merrimack TV on May 30th. So this is something that between Paul McCallie, the town manager, and Nick LaValle, who's the director of Merrimack TV, wanted to showcase department heads and kind of put faces to names and departments and make us a little more human than we may appear. But yeah, so there's probably going to be some interview that's maybe 15 minutes long. Coming sometime in the future, and you'll see all the department heads. And
that's
staff.
great.
So yay, look forward to that. I don't know if
Very
you have
good.
other things. I did give you the latest on the legislation that the NHLA is watching. I'm happy to answer any questions about that. That is lots of very quick moving stuff, and it's at the end of the time right now. I don't know if there's anything else Oh, yeah, if you look at this picture, Jenny sent me this. This is something that Kylie did in the teen room with these petals of positivity during May because it was Mental Health Awareness Month. And it was great. We got a lot of great feedback from that, so.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah, that was neat.
Yeah, I don't know if you have questions about that. I do have a late edition, from Alyssa. Her report, she was late getting it to me. That department is weeding fiction. Alyssa is in charge of, she has a lot of responsibilities with updating the website. We kind of share it a little bit, but she really has been taking the lead on putting up the summer reading pages and the library hop pages. And with GMilks, with the board, we have a new company that we're working with to send text messages. There were some changes with different companies about how the messages are going out. So we have a new company that we're working with, and we had to update our privacy statement, which is the GMilks privacy statement about messaging. So that's all on the website. But yeah, Library Hop has started June 1st. That's an opportunity for everyone to go visit the other libraries in the consortium. It's a lot of fun. You go to a library, you pick up your game card with Merrimack, and you go to the library around and do a challenge at another library. You can get a sticker or a stamp or something, and then when you finish your game card, turn it in with us, and you will be entered to you'll be entered in a raffle for $100 from the Bookery in Manchester. So it's just fun. We did this 2 years ago, and it was really popular.
yeah.
And
You failed.
I failed miserably, and so it is on the list this year. The kids already have their 2 cards.
there you go.
And they are,
Nice.
they're like, we
It
failed
was-
miserably. So
it
we are
was
going to
fun.
try much better this year.
I'm gonna try too, because I've
I've
been to
not-
all the libraries, but not during the hop.
I don't know that I've been inside of them all. I think I've driven by all of them in my travels around the state.
Yeah.
But so it is one of our action items for the summer is we are going to make the libraries because my children are library addicts. So.
And they can use their library cards at every.
And Emma will get a book at every
I know
single
she
library.
will. I
She
know she
will.
will.
So when Frenchie
It's gonna be
starts
awesome.
getting all these books, she's gonna be like, "Where all this?" Emma, you're welcome.
Yeah.
Nice.
So come to the hop. That's all. I don't know if you have questions about my report, but that's everything.
I did look online at the seismograph live, which I
Yeah.
thought looked great, so I appreciate that. It's not new in itself, but
It's an easier way for the college to make corrections remotely to
Mhm.
our feed, which we were having problems with. And then they said, well, here's this new technology, and it's like, okay, fine.
yeah,
But
yeah. I think that's
no,
neat.
it's good. It's nice to have that kind of finished.
Right, right.
Yeah.
Great, thank you. Any other comments on the director's report? Okay, great, thank you very much. And we are on treasurer report.
Awesome. I just wanted to point something out before I start. You'll notice if you look at the balance sheet, there were accounts that were deleted. We had issues connecting to the bank accounts. For some reason, they wouldn't sync right with QuickBooks. So some of the savings accounts were deleted and added on. So that's where those little deletions showed
Okay.
up this month. So we have not gotten rid of the accounts. It was just a software malfunction. So for fines, the beginning balance in April was $7,597.49, and the ending balance was $7,540.38. For special, we had a beginning balance of $55,736.52, and an ending balance of $55,244.45.
Where are you getting that?
Where did I get it?
Yeah, are you looking at, which one are you looking at? My bottom line is different than your bottom line.
Did I screw it up? Maybe.
No, not necessarily. I'm just looking at the balance sheet.
So at the top of the first page of the balance sheet, I'm getting the fines from $7,597.49.
Yep.
And then at the bottom, that is wrong. It should be $7,955.37.
Yep. Could you say that again? I'm sorry.
So the starting balance for fines was $7,597.49, and the ending balance was $7,955.37.
That's what it says.
And the beginning balance for special was $55,736.52, and the ending balance was $55,257.11. So maybe did I carry them from last month's ending? I might have carried them from last month's ending balance and didn't update them.
I think the printout is what you said, what you just said.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. The first time I said it was wrong.
Okay.
So yes, I think maybe I left them from last month, probably. So.
It's a match.
Thank you, Janet, for
We found-
checking.
we found
I just
a-
was like,
found a
I must be
match.
looking at something that's different.
So, we do have an anonymous donation of $29.46. So I make a motion to accept the anonymous donation of $29.46.
Second.
And all in favor? 500. Thank you.
And then as far as the Square transactions, are you ready?
Yeah.
I make a motion to move $111.64 from primary savings to fines.
Second.
All in favor? 500.
And then I make a motion to move $22.63 from primary savings to special.
Second.
All in favor? 500. Thank you.
And I think that's it for me. Do I have something else?
Can I ask a question?
Yes.
Would you consider submitting your written report as a cover sheet to these?
Oh, I can do that.
Okay.
I can do that.
Well then, we all have the
Yeah,
same
and then
information.
you could have the
and-
numbers ahead of time. I can
Yeah.
do that. Hopefully I'll get it right next month. But.
I'm sure you will.
Trustees of trust funds?
Oh, yes, thank you. I do have that written down. I did email Chris Christensen, the trustee of the trust funds, so we could receive our trust funds for the beginning of the year. And he said that he would get it right over to me before the end of the fiscal year, and I wrote back and I was like, I don't really want it the end of this year. I want it after July 1st. And so I'm assuming we'll be receiving the check afterwards. He did not say no or anything like that. And so we requested do we have to vote on that?
We already did.
Okay, so we requested $3,000 from Patterson Lawrence Carroll, $2,000, oh yeah, because of the budget. $2,000 from the Anna Lawrence,
No. No. Right.
$2,000 from the Anna Lawrence Trust, and $1,000 from the Quimby Trust. And he did write back to me and let me know that as of May 30th, what the accumulated income available was. And Patterson Lawrence Carroll was $20,538. Lawrence was $19,341, and Quimby was $3,272. So it's there if a need arises.
Okay.
Thank you
That's
for reminding
helpful.
me where the
Yeah.
money we did vote on.
Great. Thank you. Okay, then I think that takes us to acceptance of minutes, of which we have 2 minutes to review, approve this evening. The first is the May 20th public meeting minutes. Any comments or suggestions on that document? If not, is there a motion to accept? I will motion to accept the May 20th public
I'll second.
minutes. Thank you. And all in favor? 500 approved, thank you. And then the May 20th non-public minutes, any comments on those? I will motion to accept the non-public minutes of May 20th.
Second.
All in favor? 500, great, thank you. Okay, this brings us to committee updates. Is there a building exploratory committee update?
We are meeting next Wednesday, the 20, I'm sorry, that's not the exploratory, that's the building
Oh, that's the
committee.
building committee,
Yeah,
yeah,
so none.
no update.
No, the building exploratory committee is. for
Only meets
you
when
want
we
to
get ready.
explore.
Ready for?
Do we want to keep it on our agenda? I just feel like there's things that are here that we don't have updates, and I don't know, in the foreseeable future, there's not like a time frame in which we will have an update, so.
Are there members of the Building Exploratory Committee, or is that like a committee we'd have to
It was a long, there was, but that was
Hmm.
4 years ago maybe, but, I mean, it was a while ago. So you could disband it and opt to reform it when the board is ready, and then this can go.
Are there people on standby?
No.
Okay.
It'd be very soft disband at this point.
Right, a disbanding without communicating to any further.
No,
entities.
there was another committee, this was quite a long time ago, that did a study, and it was a combination of, residents and trustees. There's a study, it's in my office, and there hasn't been any movement since then.
Yeah.
When I became the director, that committee came and reported to the board one last time, and then
I see.
it hasn't come together again. But I started to put this on the agenda because we were working with SMP, and so there was a question that might come together, and then it hasn't come together. So
Gotcha.
yes, you can have this stricken, and then
If there's an SMP
I know,
update in the future.
I do understand what you're saying, I think cleaning it up and making it more clear. The hesitancy I have in letting it go is the the direction, I think maybe our community will choose to go as far as community services are or will be necessary and valued in the future. And I think the library, is one of those institutions that when push comes to shove and people need something, the people will have it. I don't know that it's fully taken advantage of at this point. And I think the library hop that you mentioned, going around to different libraries in the consortium and taking a look at different libraries in different communities and the works that they've done, the communities have done to support libraries in different towns is really eye-opening. And so if we all did the hop and took a look at, what kind of things, is this what I'm thinking it is, the Library Exploratory Committee building where there was going to be an expansion or even a bigger space? Yes, and then it got washed away, yes. So
It's on pause.
it is on a hiatus.
Because
Yeah.
we are behind a public safety building. So it's kind of known that the public safety building is next, and then we can revisit
That's
the
why.
library.
Okay.
So.
Thank you.
And that has not come to fruition this year. So.
Right.
So, yeah. So I guess I would say we could let it go until the public safety public safety building is.
Is the public safety building the one that got opened up on, not Natticook, Turkey Hill? Is that the Public
No,
Works?
it's DPW.
That's a
No,
DPW.
no, this would be a building that would house the main fire
Okay.
station and the police department
Okay.
in one facility.
And it was on the ballot and did not pass.
It hasn't been on a
Yeah,
ballot
actually,
that
yeah,
I know
no.
of, unless it was a long
Oh,
time
I
ago.
thought there was.
Yeah, I think it's just not being looked at right now because the budgets aren't
That, and I believe the town is in negotiations to purchase
Oh.
land, and that has not been finalized.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
until they have land, you
So-
can't have a building.
So do we
So-
need to vote to disband the committee?
It's not really assembled, it's just a placeholder.
Right.
So we can just eliminate it as a.
Remove the placeholder. I mean, I don't disagree. Like, I think it is an important part of what we
Right.
want to do.
I don't think removing it from our current agenda, though, makes it go away.
I mean, we're leaving
I think
SMP?
you could always say on hiatus.
Yeah, you could just
And
note
just,
it
and you can
next
just
to it.
say, Building Exploratory
Can
Committee
we
is still
put
on
it
hiatus.
with the SMP?
That's what I was wondering.
Like,
if
say
it could be in there.
SMP, building
Yeah.
exploratory,
Yeah, that's
Yep.
what I was
On
wondering.
hiatus.
pause,
Yep.
Paused, yeah.
or
Yeah.
whatever
Yeah, I think
word.
there's some notation of that would be great.
Just,
just,
that
you
way
know,
it's there.
Yeah.
And then
That
we
way I'm not
will-
confused every month when it comes up.
Yeah, yeah. No, I think it's just a little bit of housekeeping on the.
Is SMP the name of the company that we
Yeah.
were, okay, because I was looking up strategic master.
I know.
No, it's not.
No.
Stand
Yeah.
for.
I
mm,
can't
That'll
think of
make
the
me
names right now, but yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Great. Thank you. Friends of the Merrimack Public Library. Any update from them?
So Janet and I were at the Friends meeting on,
Okay.
let's see, actually, well, there is another one, June 20th, but talked a little bit about some of the things, which was the monies that were approved for the summer reading prizes. You see the make and take, and I feel like I'm missing one.
The staff.
Oh, the staff summer reading.
Yeah.
Yes, that too. And then talked about some supplies and decorations for the front desk. We mentioned the giant Game Boy photo op, which was my favorite thing.
Nice.
That's awesome.
You may be aware there's a book sale.
I
Yes.
think I've heard.
Yes, that was discussed for a while.
Great.
And then discuss the September book sale date, which would be September 27th.
Mm.
And there's a little bit of discussion about replacing the banners, but I think that was just the beginning. I don't have much detail about that.
Which banners? Do we know?
On the sides of the building.
Yeah, the banners on the side of the building.
Okay.
It's just brought up. I just notating everything as it came up.
Yeah.
And then the next meeting is July 21st
Okay.
at 6 o'clock.
And Robbie, are you planning to attend
Um,
the Friends meetings, or are
Y-
we
yeah, I mean, I
not
think-
necessarily routine with that?
Yeah, I'm planning on attending whenever possible, basically.
Yeah. Okay. That's great. Thank you. The Merrimack Development Fund Committee has not met since our last meeting, but they do meet this coming Monday, and I'll be attending that with them. They didn't necessarily need anything. I know you looped me in on the email chain with them, but I didn't see anything I needed to specifically respond to. Just wanted to double check on that. And then the Town Center Committee, I don't believe there has been one. Okay. But I would like to, I think, keep tabs on that in particular as well. Anything else on those committees? On to our board committee updates. First up is the Personnel Committee. We do have planned a non-public session after this public session this evening. I do still have the committee charter pending with the group. I don't know if anyone feels like we are ready or not ready to visit that further, but we can discuss now or non-public if people prefer. And also on my docket is scheduling personnel committee with Donna and Yvette before we head out. Hopefully this evening we can take a look at calendars. Any questions for me, or Donna, or Yvette? Okay. Finance committee?
Actually, I just want to give you an update. Erin and Molly are both legalized signatories on DCU.
After some significant efforts. Thank you, Janet.
Thank you.
It was painful. And then we're waiting for the coin sorter to see how it goes, see
Right.
what's needed. And then,
I think Jen had said that Alyssa liked the idea of
Yeah.
having control of that so that she had totals before she went to the bank. So that was exciting news. So,
yeah,
yeah, so it's definitely something we can
yeah.
visit as it happens kind of thing. And then,
Because then we can move forward. And so, long story short, we're going to move banks.
Yep.
So, pending coin sorter issues. And once that gets resolved, we're going to move to a different bank and get Molly and Erin.
right, one that we're assured we can have rotating
Yes,
signatories
exactly.
without having to open new accounts.
Exactly.
Fine goal.
Right.
We just might need a month after doing all the paperwork several times for this one.
Yeah.
It's fresh in your mind.
Exactly. The other thing is, they're both also set up for the Fidelity accounts. Those, Deb and I no longer see them, which is nice. But Erin and I were talking, and we want to open up another account that's totally separate. Like, it still would fall under the Merrimack Public Library, but it would be totally the Watson account separate. It wouldn't fall under the special account. So, so I wanted to know how you guys felt about it. As it stands right now, we have two accounts under Fidelity. One is fines, one is special. It falls under the header of Merrimack Public Library. Under the special, there are 3 funds. One of them is designated for the Watson account, but going forward, it would be better to have it as its separate account, so it's not touched.
Mhm.
It's not just under this ominous
Right.
special and think that, oh, we can spend this money.
Right.
So,
It'd be easier financially to keep it in
Right.
its own place so we can
Yeah.
track it easier.
so, so I have the paperwork. Erin and I have talked. Going forward, we thought it was a good idea. We needed to bring it to you so you would understand what we wanted to do. And that's it.
Makes sense to me.
What's the purpose? I mean, it sounds.
As
Perfect.
essentially, when you look at the account, it just shows like,
It says what?
like Fund A, I don't remember what they are, but like Fund A has so much money, Fund B has so much money, and Fund C has so much money.
Right,
But unless you know that Fund
Mhm.
C is the Watson account,
right.
you wouldn't know it's the Watson account.
Oh.
And the
So
Watson
we
account
wanna,
is,
like,
is
This
our
makes
trust.
it clear.
Yeah.
Exactly. So
Okay.
moving it to its own account, we
Ah.
would have fines, special, Watson, with the understanding that going forward, whoever then treasurer ends up being, Watson is a trust, it needs to stay where it is, other than moving money where you want it to be, it's a separate item.
So when money gets moved from the checking account to special, how does it get designated? Which
That
account it
is,
goes to?
that is just the DCU money. It's
Oh,
like our
okay.
checking accounts.
Okay, okay.
Yeah, this is
So-
Fidelity money. Essentially, we just have it sitting there
It's
growing.
just gaining interest.
Oh.
Yeah.
Does money get deposited into Fidelity?
It used to.
Just making, okay,
Um,
I get you.
But
Thank you.
we haven't
Thank
done
you.
anything for years. I
Thank
mean,
you.
it's just been sitting there growing.
So even the fines account doesn't get added to?
No, because we work out of the fines, checking, and savings at DCU.
That's DCU.
Yep.
Thank
So
you.
this is like the long-term
The long-
savings of those accounts.
Gotcha. Makes sense.
Mhm.
I agree.
That's great.
And at some future date, if the board doesn't like what it's invested in, you can change it, take it out, move it, whatever you want to do.
Does A and B also have a special name? Like Watson is especially for the Watson book?
No, because they're just funds.
Oh, okay.
They're just investment funds. But again, with our conversation, it was like
Thank you.
we should have this under a different account.
Right.
So
Makes
that
sense.
everybody
'Cause-
knows.
And
this.
right, and those accounts, because it's a trust, even though we hold it instead of the trustees of the trust funds, we still can't like spend,
Right. You can only
The-
spend the
we can only spend the
Income.
interest it makes. We can't spend the principal of that
course.
money. So
right.
Mhm.
it would just be easier to track.
Right.
Makes sense. Thank you.
Do we want to vote on that?
Yes, I'd like to make a motion to create a new Fidelity account for the Watson money.
I'll second. Oh, all in favor?
Can you
5-0-0.
list what the total is?
Yep.
So that's in the minutes too.
Sure. Actually, I can do that. Oh, no, I can't do that right now. I can't
Oh,
get into
you
it
mean to
anymore.
get
Can you tell her
I
that?
can get into it. I don't know if I always know what I'm looking at, but yeah, it's like
So is that your action item, Janet, or Aaron's?
it would be mine. 'Cause-
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
With Janet's supervision, I will
Overseeing
I will do it.
the careful selection of funds.
I don't want to mess up those totals.
Okay. Anything else, finance?
Did you second?
Yes.
Okay, Janet, how do I know what it actually is right now?
That's maybe around 36. It's the balanced fund.
So I have two funds. One is.
Are you in fines or are you in special? Special should have 3 funds.
Okay.
Do you want to look at it after? Or?
Do you see 2 different accounts or only see
I
one
see two
account?
different accounts.
Okay.
A $28,000 one and a $66,000 one.
66.
Okay, but I can't see multiple funds in that account.
Can you go to positions.
Yep.
Does it show? It should show 3 funds.
So yep, there's a dollar in cash, an F BAL X, an X DVLX, an F.
It's the BAL. It's the F BAL X.
Of course.
Well, that's the balance fund.
So that balance right now is 11.
No.
Nope. Let me click on it. Here we go. $10,000.
No, should be like 36.
Oh, it's BAL. Okay,
Yeah.
37, 778, and 98 cents. Thank you. Sorry.
As of right now.
As of right this minute.
Great. So you have
There's 3
a
funds under there.
understanding of where and what
I
at least
have
to start.
Yes, I have an
Okay.
understanding of where and what
Okay.
to start, and I will not. Janet and I will sit down and do it together
Perfect. I love that.
because I have I made sure I could see these funds, and that's as far as I got.
And clearly all she has to do is stand up and then it becomes obvious.
Yeah.
So just practice that.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you. That's excellent. Then we are on building committee.
We are scheduled to meet next week on the 25th at 6 p.m.
Great. Thank you. So, reviewing June action items. Please feel free to double check these. We have the Finance Committee follow-up with Paul Calabria on the GL lines, the infamous 3 lines. Donna will send this meeting minutes to Paul Calabria. Yvette has several action items around the fiscal year end activities, as discussed. Erin has money to move between fines and specials savings. Yvette, myself, and Donna are going to come up with a personnel committee date. Yvette has a couple of updates to the agenda template going forward. And then Erin has the Watson account separation activity.
I'm going to add a couple to Erin.
Spectacular.
There's going to be
The end of the year.
You got it.
We've got to do the end of year
Oh,
stuff.
okay. That was only one thing.
Is that what, end of year?
It's
just
the end of the
balance?
year.
End of year duties, end of year.
It's a end of the year report that goes to the town.
Good.
It's actually like there's a bunch of stuff that the town needs at the end of the fiscal year.
And then you usually send me a copy,
Yeah.
so I can put it in the town report.
Yep. So it goes to, it's like, they want like the June reconciliation, bank accounts, statements, which.
I'm guessing we have to do like
I'm not
a
sure.
week into July kind of thing. after
Report's
everything.
fine. I just
Report,
was, you just
yeah.
said end of year.
It's
I
it's
thought
end of
it'd
the
be
fiscal
like-
year stuff that the town needs from us.
Gotcha.
Okay.
Thank
I
you.
knew it was coming. I just did. Janet was like, "I'm not going to tell you this yet, but this is what we got to do at the end of the year." And I was like, "Spectacular! Tell me when we get there."
Right.
I will take
Small
copious
bites, small
notes so we
bites.
can do it
Exactly,
again
that's
next
what we
week.
said. It's exactly
Yeah.
what we said.
Yeah. Any other action items that were missed? Okay, then we have upcoming events. The Board of Trustees retreat currently is slated for tomorrow at 6 o'clock in this room. Friends of the Library book sale, we've mentioned a couple of times, is this coming weekend. The Development Fund Committee is June 23rd at 5 p.m. Friends of the Library, July 21st at 6 p.m. And our next board meeting is July 15th at 7 p.m. in this room. And if there's no comments from the press, public, and board members, we will go to non-public. Are folks feeling ready for that? I can make a motion to enter non-public session per NHRSA 91-A:32A personnel.
Second.
And we'll do a roll call vote. Erin?
Yes.
Janet?
Yes.
Robbie?
Yep.
Donna?
Yes.
And I vote yes. 500 at 8:40 p.m. Thank you.
This retreat, where's the retreat?